What is up, guys? It is Nova Joe, and on this edition of Retro Weekend I wanted to do something different. I wanted to do, well, I shouldn't say different. I've done this in the past, but I haven't done it much, and that is an unboxing. If you guys remember, back in December for Christmas, my mother got me a Atari 7800 Plus, and I've been having a lot of fun playing these old retro games, the Atari 2600, 7800 titles. They've been a whole lot of fun, and so I've been trying to find the titles, been reaching out and trying through eBay and other sources trying to find these titles, and I stumbled upon a guy who I just doing a Google search I could not find. I had to hear about him, and he's an awesome guy. His name is Lance, and he runs I don't know exactly what you would call it, but he has his own online store, which is really cool. It kind of reminds me, his website kind of reminds me of the old 90s style web pages that we used to have, and that's not an insult. I love it. I love the feel of that. Where Lance actually has, I do believe it's like a warehouse that where he has purchased games over the years. He used to be, I believe, a distributor of all these different Atari games and things like that, and so when Atari went under, he somehow through purchasing and things like that, he accumulated a pretty large quantity of Atari games over the years. And I might be not doing this, I might not be doing him justice here with what all he's acquired, but just what I've gathered from looking on the internet. Anyway, like I said, his name is Lance, and he runs a store called Video 61, and he still has brand new titles, still sealed, that have been stored away for 30-40 years, brand new in the box, and he is really good on his pricing, a lot better than eBay, I'll just tell you that. So anyway, what I wanted to do was show you some of the stuff that I purchased from Lance, and just do an unboxing of it, because I'm getting ready to crack open some games that are 30-40 years old, and well, close to 40, not quite 40, but close to 40. Alright guys, without further ado, let's take a look. I bought 4 titles from Lance, and another thing I find really cool is his receipts are on this old style like computer paper with where you have to like tear the edges off of it. I think that's really cool. That's a nice touch. I like that. I like that. So everything feels vintage. Like the website that you go to find the stuff is vintage. The way you have to communicate to get the stuff ordered, it's like the early days of the internet, and it's awesome. I think it's really, really cool. And Lance is a really cool guy. He has been great about responding. If I ask him about a certain title, he looks it up and sees if he has it, and then he contacts me back. He's a great guy, and I really like his store, and I wish I had more money because I'd buy more stuff. So anyway, guys, alright, you have seen me unbox this title before for the 2600, but you never saw me unbox it for the 7800, and that is Dark Chambers. This is a dungeon crawler that's modeled after Dandy, which is kind of like a Dungeons and Dragons style game from the past. A lot of people want to compare this to Gauntlet, but actually this was modeled after Dandy. So look up Dandy and you'll see what I'm talking about. This is a great game, really fun game. And believe it or not, this was actually the Atari title that showed me that Atari games could still be fun, enjoyable, replayable, and very satisfying. So this was the very first Atari game that just showed me that made me say, whoa, I'm missing out on something here. So yeah, and I'm being really careful holding this because it's the cellophane's torn, and I don't want it to peel completely off while I'm sitting here holding it. So yeah, Dark Chambers. Alright, next up is one that you guys, even if you don't play Atari, you know about it. So, and that is Centipede, and this is all the titles were mint and sealed. That's what Lance sells. That's what you get. You get mint sealed copies. And I know some of you are cringing right now who are watching this going, don't open those, don't open us. Guys, I am 45 years old. I don't want to sit here and stare at these on a shelf. I've probably, Lord willing, I've got 30-40 years left, provided I get to live a long life. And you know what? I don't want to sit here and stare at these games on the shelf. I want to play them and have fun with them. So yeah, I'm going to bust them all open. And those of you who know which titles are rare and whatnot, you know that Dark Chambers is fairly rare and goes for a good price. But I'm going to show you another title that's even more expensive than that, and I'm going to open it up. But anyway, there's Centipede for the Atari 7800. It's a really fun game. Alright. Alright, next up is Robotron 2084. And as you can see, it still has the original. I've never heard of Federated. I've never heard of a store called Federated, but those of you who have heard of it, let me know in the comments below. But it's still got the original price tag. I don't know if you can see that or not. $16.95. Now, I didn't pay $16.95, but I didn't pay much more. Lance is awesome. Lance is awesome. Anyway, Robotron 2084. And I do believe that if you guys watch, of course, his channel is going to, John Hancock, who loves Atari. It's one of his favorites. Actually, I think it's probably his favorite brand of all time was Atari. I think he said his favorite game is Robotron 2084 for the 7800. This is it, brand new copy. Alright, this is where some of you who know Atari are probably going to get mad at me, because I'm going to open this bad boy up and I'm going to play it. And that is Mat Mania Challenge. And this is there was oh my gosh, what was the first game called? I want to say these were put out by Taito. I think Taito made these games. There was Mania Challenge, or there was Mat Mania, or they were arcade games. There was like 2 of them. And this one, like, I think Mat Mania Challenge was supposed to be the one where they incorporated verses. Now, there is something that's kind of unique about this game, is you can tell when you play it, it's very rushed, because it only has 2 characters. Really only 2 wrestlers. That's the letdown. But I'm going to play it, and because my son and I, we like to play wrestling games, and I think we're going to have a lot of fun playing this together. So yeah, it's kind of funny. You kind of have almost like an Ultimate Warrior or a Shawn Michaels, get the glare off that, on the front of it. And I don't know who that would be in the bottom corner there. If y'all have any ideas who you think that could be representing, just let me know. But yeah, so there is only 2 characters, but it's a pretty decent wrestling game from what I understand. And so I want to play this with my son, record it, and put it on my channel. So, alright guys, that is the 4 titles that I will be unboxing. I just thought it'd be fun to do, you know, unboxing old vintage stuff so that you guys can see what it came with. We're going to crack them open, have some fun. Excuse me, I have bought box protectors, because even though I'm going to open these up, I do want to protect the boxes and have them on display. Oh gosh, I'm trying to think of his name. There's another, the channel's called Gen X Grown Up, and he made a statement one day that really kind of set in with me regarding this stuff. We don't really own this stuff. We're just caretakers of it for a time. And so I'm going to be a caretaker of this game for a time, and then it's going to go to somebody else when I'm gone. So my son will probably get all my stuff, and so I'm going to put these in box protectors so he can have them, and then when he's done being the caretaker of them, he can sell them off to somebody else or pass them on to grandkids or whatever down the line. But anyway, we don't live forever here, guys. You really want to just stare at your stuff forever? If you do, there's nothing wrong with that. If you enjoy it, fine. But I want to open this stuff up and have fun with it. So, alright guys, that is 4 titles here. Mat Mania Challenge, Robotron 2084, Centipede, and Dark Chambers. And so, one thing I'd mentioned about Dark Chambers, you've seen me open up the 2600 version of it. I've actually bought 2 2600 versions of it, one that I've still kept sealed, but the game is so cheap I didn't have a problem buying 2 copies of it, and one that I opened and I showed around Christmas time. But I just really like the game, so that's why I have like 3 copies of it, not to mention that I have the Evercade versions of it as well. So yeah, I'm kind of a Dark Chambers fan. So, and it's not an amazing game, but it's still fun, and it's still enjoyable, and it's still satisfying to play. So, alright guys, let's go ahead and jump on into the unboxing. Alright guys, let's go ahead and get into this unboxing. Alright. Got my trusty unboxing knife here. And our 4 Atari 7800 games from video 61. Once again, another giant thank you to Lance, who was very kind and helped me, answered all my questions over email. Didn't take long to respond back. He helped me out immensely. So Lance, a giant thank you to you for helping me to acquire these games that I really wanted to have in my collection. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started here. And guys, you also have to remember these games obviously are very old. And so some of them, they're not always, the boxes aren't always in the best of shape, and I take that into consideration. But I'll be honest with you, for being as old as these boxes are in very good shape. Some damage here and whatnot, but that's to be expected. I mean, this stuff is, my gosh, let's see, this one came out in 1988, so what was that, 37 years ago? And my cat's breaking into the room. He's coming in through the rafters up here in the top, and I have blocked it with cardboard boxes. And let's see if I can, oh, I was getting ready to film. Yeah, he's backing off. Never mind. Anyway, guys, I'm trying to keep him out so he's not climbing all over everything. But yeah, this game came out in 1988, which was 37 years ago. So it's been out for a while, and this is Dark Chambers, and we've talked about this before. Alright, so it's already torn here, so I don't need to do any cutting. But let me go ahead, actually, let's open this up right here, because I don't want to damage the cardboard. So let's pop it up with the knife. Much easier than trying to use your finger. Alright, here we go. Cracking it open. And there you got it, guys. There's Dark Chambers. Alright, so this is Dark Chambers for the Atari 7800. Copyright 1983, John Palovich. And John Palovich was the creator of Dandy, which this game is based off of. This game is not based off of Gauntlet, but is based off of Dandy. So you get the cartridge, and you get, let's see here, you get the Atari Corporation Limited 90-day warranty for computer product cassettes, cartridges, and diskettes. And you get faintly colored. I mean, like, might as well just gone black and white on this bad boy. They put like a maroon in there too, but yeah, this is it. This is it, just a little fold out. Let's see. You are a dangerous treasure hunt. No, you're on a dangerous treasure hunt deep in the underground world of Dark Chambers. Race, wizards, and moldering skeletons surround you. As you move through this meandering maze, you are stalked by the Grim Reaper. The exits you see only take you deeper into the maze. If you find the strategically placed weapons, you can fend off your enemies while you search for the hidden treasure. The secret potions you find along the way will renew your strength. But watch out for hidden traps and deadly poisons. Your strength will help you outlast the weaker ghouls, but are you a match for the strongest? Enter the underground world of Dark Chambers and find out. I love it. I love it. Alright, there's Dark Chambers. Alright, go ahead and put it back. Get all that back together here. And let's move on to Centipede. Goodness, I need to do something about this. Put a little tiny piece of tape on here to hold that together. Rare, yeah, I hear you, bud. You ain't coming in. You'll jack up everything. He says, yes, I will. Alright, next up we have Centipede, the original bug blasting classic. And this box is probably in the best shape of all of them. Just got a little crushing down here, but hey, what do you expect? Yellow wing. That means it's real, it's vintage. This is not a reproduction or anything like that. This is legit. It's also got a sticker here on the side. I don't know. I do not know what this is for exactly, but anyway, yeah. This game's got bugs, hundreds and thousands of them, creepy ones, crawly ones, buzzing ones, swarming ones, and they're all trying to get you before you get them. Centipede attacks in 12 distinct waves. All insects get faster and faster for 1 or 2 players, 4 skill levels. Yes, this is the classic Centipede. And I have played this and the 2600 version. I haven't played this one. Here we go, guys. Gonna break the seal. This is a perfect seal game. No issues or anything. Well, doesn't want to really. There we go. Trying not to damage anything because I don't want. I'm trying to keep the cellophane around it. There we go. Watch me slip and stab myself in the hand here. I'm trying to work around the side of the camera, which is easier said than done. Alright, here we go. Opening it up for the first time. Now before I open it up completely, let's see. This game came out in 1987, so 38 years ago. Golly, I'm getting old. Yeah, 1987, I was 8. Well, there you go, guys. Has not been touched. I have not touched it yet. Has not been touched since 1987. And looky there, guys, a brand new Centipede. Alright, what does this one come with? Probably the same stuff. Probably the exact same stuff, nothing else down in there. Same warranty card. And the game manual. You're trapped in the perilous enchanted forest. Dark, dangerous mushrooms push up through the squishy forest floor, snaring you on every side. Threatening thumps and evil buzzings fill the air. Something slimy flashes through the mushrooms, moving in on you. Suddenly, glaring eyes and quivering antennae jump out right at you. It's the Centipede, and it's attacking. You grab a stick and jab at it. You grab a stick and jab it at the evil eyes. To your surprise, sparks blast from the magic stick, turning the Centipede's head into a mushroom. But instantly, another head grows back. You jab and jab again, destroying the Centipede before its diminishing body can grow new heads. But worse perils lurk in the forest. Other, fiercer centipedes, deadly spiders, venomous fleas, poisonous scorpions. You pick up 2 more sticks. With these magic wands, you might stay alive. I love these stories for these simple games. It just gives you an awesome visual, an awesome mental, got too much glare here, gives you an awesome mental visual when you're playing these games. I mean, and these games were simple. This was a one-screen game where you're blasting a centipede as well as spiders and other bugs and trying to get a high score. But I love the fact that they put a story in here. They actually weaved in a story to give purpose, not just to get a high score, but to fuel your imagination. And a little kid thinking, wow, I'm shooting out magic blasts from a magic wand at this evil centipede. So yeah, a lot of imagination there. We had to use a lot of imagination too. For those of you who've never seen Centipede, there it is. It's a fun game. It's a really fun game. Very addicting game. Alright. Put this one back together here. And that cardboard is stiff. And it has not been opened in 38 years. Goodness. Take real good care of these boxes and get them in there. Protect cardboard, or I got plastic protectors for them. Alright, next up on the list, Robotron 2084, John Hancock's favorite game. And those of you who have never seen John or been to John Hancock's channel, he reviews a lot of games, current, old, talks about them. He's a huge Atari fan, so definitely check out John Hancock's channel if you haven't. Alright, it says right here, this is what's cool too, get this in focus. Federated, $16.95, and this would have been Copyright 1986. So this is 39 years ago. Wow, man. This thing's been sealed for 39 years. Goodness. The Robotrons, their new breed of robots, so advanced they no longer have any use for humans except as targets for laser blaster practice. It's the year 2084, and if you can't save the human race from this deadly upheaval, there may not be a year 2085. Unlimited number of waves for 1 or 2 players, 5 skill levels. Alright, let's crack this one open. The older I get, the less I am a sealed collector. I want to play these things. Man, that does not want to cut. Just plastic. What's going on? There we go. Maybe I need a better knife. Apparently it won't even cut through hot. Man, I'm gonna stab myself in the hand. Golly, this knife is terrible. Alright, here we go. Get that. There we go. First time Robotron has been opened since 1986. There we go. Will it be a gray cover or will it have color to it? Yep, it's gray. Alright, but man, you can tell this is minty fresh. There's not a scuff or scratch on that entire label. Copyright 1982 by Williams Electronics. Copyright 1987. Now wait a minute, the box says 86. The cartridge says 87. So I'm going to guess that it was manufactured in 87. Alright. And what do we have here in the box? Same thing as before. Alright, we got the exact same warranty card and the instruction booklet, which is actually in black and white with just some maroon up there. And this is just a one-page little fold out. Alright, since I've been reading the story of all the rest, let's read this one. At first, it was a technological breakthrough. Humans created the Robotrons, a species of robots so advanced they didn't need their inventors in order to think and act. But the Robotrons have turned on their creators. They're now determined to destroy humanity or reprogram the survivors, turning them into destructive mutants. Alright, now something I want to look at here is I heard that you can play this game with 2 controllers. Let's see, plug a controller into the, and what I mean is like play single player with 2 controllers. One controller moving your character and the other controller being used to fire, kind of like a dual stick setup. But let me see here. Plug controller into the left control jack for 1 player and another into the right control jack for 2 players. Move the control handle forward or back to press either controller button to fire. Your anti-robot laser will shoot in the direction you move the controller. You can play, oh here we go, you can play Robotron with 1 or 2 controllers. For a 1-player game, move with left controller and fire with left controller button in the direction the player is moving. Or move with left controller and fire by moving the right controller in the direction you want to fire. So yeah, there you go. You can use 2 controllers for dual stick setup. Now, since I don't have the original Pro line controllers, I wonder how this will work with the European controllers. So anyway, alright, let's go ahead, put this one to the side, and then we're going to open up the one that is actually the most valuable. But I want to open it anyway, because my son enjoys playing wrestling games with me, and I enjoy playing wrestling games with him. Alright, so, man, I am having a heck of a time getting these boxes closed. Alright, here we go. Mat Mania Challenge. This game actually goes for well over $100 on eBay. That's not what I paid for it from Video 61, which is why I was able to afford it. Thank you, Lance, for a good price. Alright, the Ultimate Challenge. Wouldn't you know it? You drew Bruno the Sledge, 5-time champion and all-around bad guy, your first opponent in your quest for that elusive Atari Wrestling Federation Championship belt. Ever since he lost his title to Eric the Flaxen Saxon, Bruno's been terrorizing the AWF circuit. Bruno the Sledge glares at you with his one remaining eye. When the bell rings, he charges like a man insane. Just before the impact of his 386-pound body, you step aside and raise your elbow. Perfect elbow smash. Bruno falls to the mat. You get him in a headlock, but his shaved head slips free. Then you see it, the famous Bruno the Sledge Eye of Terror, the look of death. You are in trouble now. Mat Mania Challenge provides all the thrills and spills of professional wrestling. Do you have what it takes to survive brainbusters and pile drivers? If you have the skills, your championship belt will be yours. Alright guys, it has a manufacturing date of 1990, so 35 years ago. And let's see, it says Technos. So Technos made this game. Here's the thing. While it does have a really colorful description here on the back, you got two characters, and you know how it said one of them here has a shaved head and you slip free and all this other stuff? Yeah, and there's no shaved heads in here. You got two characters. That is what is, I guess one of the biggest complaints about this game is that I think it's unfinished. I believe it is unfinished. I don't think they finished doing all they wanted to do, as the back of this box alludes to there being much more they wanted to do. But you do get two characters, and from what I understand, the wrestling aspect of the game is a lot of fun. It's a good, competent wrestling game, especially for these old systems. But you just don't get a variety of characters, unfortunately. But the artwork on the front is really awesome. I really love this. It reminds me of the Ultimate Warrior. But I've heard some people refer to this guy as Shawn Michaels. Don't know who that guy would be. See if there's anybody in the crowd I can make out. Nobody. There's no little Easter eggs in there. But anyway, I'm going to make some of you mad right now, because I'm going to open up this $100+ game, and I'm going to enjoy it with my son, which is priceless. I won't get that back, because when he's too old to want to play games with his dad, then that will be a sad day indeed. Yeah, he'll probably always want to play games with me, even when he is older. But I'm going to take advantage of it now while I have him here, which is way more valuable to me than the price of a sealed game. So, good grief, there we go, finally. All right. All right, Mat Mania Challenge, brand new. Will it be colored or will it be black and white? Let's see. Oh, we got a colored one. Awesome. Copyright 1990. This was right at the end of the 7800's of life. Ooh, better stay on there good. Don't come off now. All right. I am going to assume that it's the same as with the other ones, but we're going to check it out anyway. Uh-oh. We got some... Well, that's really funny. We got some water damage. Let's see. 90-day limited warranty. And I'm sorry guys, I'm not even paying attention to where the camera is. Got a 90-day limited warranty. Got your typical color or non-colored manual with a little color up at the top, but that's it. Looks like we got a little water damage here, but the thing is, the box isn't wet anywhere. Box is in excellent condition. I don't know. Alright, anyway, let's open this up. After months of practice, you made it to the final round. Is this the same thing as on the back? No, it's not. It's different. After months of practice, you made it to the final round of the Atari Wrestling Federation Championship. Now you stand gloriously in the ring, sure to make enough dough from this title bout to retire to a farm in Vermont if you can survive. The announcer, a little man with a voice like the muffler on a half-dead pickup truck, reaches for the overhead microphone. He announces the name of the champion, a 394-pound mountain who hasn't lost a match since Troy was sacked. The crowd soars, then between giggles and snickers, the announcer spits out your name. Your fan cheers as the Undertaker edges his way towards your corner and pulls out his measuring tape. Oh man, getting real descriptive here. But you know you can do it. After all, you've made a science of the flying body press. So what if your opponent outweighs you by 286 pounds? The opening bell clangs as the bout begins. The champion lumbers towards you like a freight train gone berserk. This is not going to be easy. Do you have the guts and the skill to defeat the madman of the mat? Will you retire to that farm or spend the rest of your life in intensive care at the local hospital? It's too late to back out now, so give it your best shot. Good luck. You'll need it. Oh man, let's see. Yeah, once again, just a kind of like a gatefold type pamphlet. No staples. Anti-staples. Atari is anti-staples here with the 7800. Alright guys, let me lay these out here. Well, let me put this back up real quick. Get back in the box. Alright, closing her all up. Oh, get dark chambers here. Come on. Goodness gracious. Alright, I know you can't see it all. Just kind of zoom out a little bit. I don't know if I can. There we go. There we go. Alright guys, there we go. We got Robotron 2084, Centipede, Mat Mania Challenge, and Dark Chambers, all courtesy of Video 61 and Lance's excellent service, and I have to say, excellent prices. So, once again, a giant thank you to Lance for being so awesome and for helping me navigate through his inventory and get the games that I wanted. So, alright guys, I hope you've enjoyed this unboxing. If you did, please leave a like, please comment down below, and if you're new to the channel, please feel free to subscribe. And if you had an Atari 7800 or have the 7800 Plus and have these games, tell me your experience with the Atari 7800. Tell me your experience with these games. I'd love to see the comments. I love seeing comments. I love seeing that interaction that we can have between you and me and the rest of the people who watch this channel. So, alright guys, as always, take care, God bless, and keep on gaming. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Later.